we go. Great rivals from especially 96 to 2003. They meet for the first of two meetings this year. And away we go with a great weekend across the NHL. With a shove for the veteran defenseman. Trouble for Detroit. Yoel Kiviranta went dragging through on Finney. Puck loose in the low slot in the blue paint in front of Gibson. Red Wings poke it along, and Alex DeBrincat, team leader with 30 goals. And on the rush, he goes right wide for Kane with a shot swallowed up by Mackenzie Blackwood. From Soderblom, Gerard, a pass for Taylor McCarr, drops it back to his older brother, popped out of the mid. Brindley on the reload on Gibson. Puck loose along the boards. Raymond digs at it for Detroit. Pops out toward Larkin, and Larkin protects on his backhand to the line and out. Kasper got pinned. MacKinnon plucks it. MacKinnon on the move for Burns. A shot. Score! Brent Burns goes rooftop from Nate MacKinnon. And the Avalanche strike first.
This is a broken play on the wall. It spits out right to Nathan MacKinnon, who knows he has a streaking Burns on the right side of your screen. Burns, perfect shot over the glove. And with that goal, Burns ties Bobby Orr for the 8th most goals by a defenseman in NHL history.
Whisked around the wall in the direction of Lucas Raymond, or rather DeBrincat. Slid it along for Ben Sherratt. Skates through center, just got the 3-year extension. Kane holds up, drops it back for DeBrincat with a shot. Coming in, by all accounts, reportedly seems to be what Panarin's looking for. So a kill for Colorado, missed opportunity for Detroit. Now MacKinnon goes stick handling through the high slot. MacKinnon with a wrister, score! 2-0 Colorado.
Almost looks unstoppable. This is called an outside scissor. McCarr goes to the outside. MacKinnon fills in for McCarr, and then he goes to work. Gibson never sees this shot with Nichushkin in front. MacKinnon is so good at this. He's crafty up top. Stops on his edge right there and finds the lane. Shoots through the screen. And
team with the best record in the NHL in the Avalanche. Working out of their own end to Jack Drury. Sauces one to Sam Girard. Moving up. Drops it back. Here's a shot off the iron from Kelly.
It was a perfect saucer pass. Right on the tape of Girard. He throws it right back off the post. Kelly gets a great look at it. And I don't even think it was elevated. It was on the ice the whole time.
Cale Makar chipped it for Brock Nelson. 25 goals his last 35 games. He's been sizzling. Malinsky with space. And Gibson made the stop. Nelson on the rebound. Couldn't get it cleanly toward the net.
Really big stop by Gibson there.
Really good look at it there for the Avs and Malinsky. Backhand from DeBrincat, shoveled on off the pads and gathered by Colton and Colorado. He'll chip it deep as Colorado changes.
The Avs.
Pairs up with Josh Manson as always. Off the face-off, Nichushkin fights for it. And Lucas Raymond for Detroit. Sherratt gloves it down. Works one toward the net looking for a tip with Larkin in front. Cale Makar plucked it away. He speeds through center and chips it in indirectly. Sherratt jockeys with him. Around the boards, MacKinnon shoveled toward the net, got knocked down, and skated out by Bernard Docker.
Good read by Bernard Docker there. Stepped up, gloved it down, skates out with poise.
Trouble on the back end. Johansson is stopped by Blackwood. Around toward Lehkonen. Tapped it back to the line for Makar. What a move by Cale Makar through the slot with a shot. Gibson made the stop and earns a whistle. Raymond loads it up with DeBrincat parked in front. Kane on a retrieval. Larkin for Sider. Raymond one-timer. Loose in front. Nearly went home and Nelson cleared.
Good looks for Detroit on this power play. Here's Sider at the top. Slides it right over to Raymond. And he goes back across the grain, which is so tough for the goalie when he's pushing from his left to his right. A little bit on edge, but hits him right in the left shoulder. Blackwood's perfect.
Kiviranta's there, had it knocked out by Sandin Pellikka. Kopp got it out high for Van Riemsdyk. Now Gustafsson, a wrister looking for a tip from Kasper. Kopp.
Mike.
Part of the reason why the Avalanche are up 2-0 on Detroit in the first meeting between these teams this season.
But he's probably an outside chance at that.
Yeah, they just want to get him into the Olympics for Team Sweden to serve as the captain in the Olympics at the very least. Around the boards, here's Brock Nelson. He centers for Colton, who scores! 3-0 Avalanche.
last 2 games after going 20 without scoring a goal. This starts off the dump in on the retrieval with Brock Nelson. The puck gets rimmed up to the top of the zone and comes all the way back down. And Nelson knows exactly where Colton is. Nelson picks this up, looks to his right, sees Colton cutting to the back post.
45 plus seconds into the man advantage. MacKinnon, bumper spot, back from MacKinnon. MacKinnon, a one-timer, loose side of the net, and Gibson covers on Nichushkin.
Seal of Colorado is their power play. This is the best I've seen this unit look all season long. Crisp puck movement on and off the stick, and Brock Nelson cannot believe he gets jammed up. Right at the top of your screen, the puck's going to trickle to Nelson. I think Kopp gets a stick on that and saves a goal.
Gustafsson settles it down. Rasmussen joins. 2-on-1 against Makar. Rasmussen is stopped.
Detroit gets a little bit of a bounce. They get the 2-on-1. Makar plays right to the middle, tries to deny the pass. Nice little play by Gustafsson across the seam and over the stick to Rasmussen. And Blackwood is square to the shooter.
Raymond chipped it along, got it past Casper. And Taylor Makar back to it for the Avalanche. Couldn't move it around. Net front, Casper is stopped by Blackwood. Having another sensational season for Colorado. He's been great today. Net front kicked out by Mackenzie Blackwood. Larkin steps to it, top line back out there, but given away. And weaving through center, Nate MacKinnon. Lehkonen works it around. Hopped away from Larkin. Bernard Docker couldn't evacuate. Score! Nate MacKinnon from Arturi Lehkonen. And just like that, it's 4-0 Colorado.
Their best shift of the game. The turnover happens right there. Nichushkin kicks it right to MacKinnon. And the dump in comes all the way around. This puck spins on the wall and jumps right out into the middle of the ice. On the dump ins, it is so tough to pick up those rims. They can spin when they hit your stick. That's what happened to Larkin. That's what happened to the Red Wings. Colorado's the beneficiary with Lehkonen in the slot, kicking it to MacKinnon right on the side.
And what has been all dominated by the Avalanche. Here's Malinsky on the move. He got a shot off, and then he got popped by Mo Seider. Final 12 seconds. MacKinnon on the reload against Seider. Back out Makar, wrister up high. Rebound, pop free. Gibson on his back. MacKinnon missed the net.
Can't believe it.
Had an open net for a hat trick at the end of the power play. Comper out of the box. Final minute here in the second. MacKinnon could not believe it. One banks off Colorado, and Comper skates it out 2-on-1. Whipped it off to the wing. Here's Finney. Finney off the iron.
2-on-1. Finney and Comper on Burns. And Finney rips the iron. Yeah, we got 4-on-4 here to start with Nelson and Comper in the box. And Detroit really needs a goal probably in the first 5, maybe the first 7, just to really feel like they have a chance to stay in this thing.
On the bench for Tom McClellan. Emmett Finney's in over the line. He fed it along. Here's a shot fought off by Blackwood.
Done. Really elevating from the Winter Classic to the Stadium Series. It's going to be just a spectacle in Florida.
Puck loose in front, and a robbery from Blackwood on Van Riemsdyk.
Riemsdyk being in front of the net for his whole career. Why is that? He goes to the front of the net and stops there. Funny bounce off of Burns. And Blackwood with arguably his best stop of the night. And sometimes you go to the right areas. Little
eye black?
Eye black, excuse me. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what word?
That's how you're a TV guy. That's how you're a TV
makeup because I have so much on right now. But
loose in front, and they score. 5-0 as Parker Kelly jams one home, and it is all Avalanche in Detroit.
Depth guy goes to the net. Great patience in front to hang on. He hits the post on the first attempt and then finishes it on the backhand on the second. That's his 12th of the season, extending his career high. And he just gets to those gritty areas. The Avs continue to go to work, throw the puck to the front of the net. Kiviranta throws it.
Boos ring out here in Detroit. Colorado comes in and gets back to its dominant ways. 5-0 the final. The Avalanche over the Red Wings, and Nate MacKinnon in the center of it with a 3-point day